Hello and welcome back to another episode of Fun or Run. This is the review show where we look at a game and let you know whether or not it is fun, or if you should run. The game in question today is Skorecery. Hi, I'm Chad the Gaming Dad, and yes, today we are looking at Skorecery. It's actually a game that's been out for a couple of months, as I'm recording this, a couple of months on PSN, and it's only $10. Or, to be more specific, $9.99. And first off, I have to thank the people over at Grapple Hook Games because they reached out to me and sent me a code to review this. So, thanks guys. I'll give this my honest review. So the main thing about Skorecery is that it's a very simple game. It's kind of reminiscent of old video game days like Pong, the original video games. It's that, and not a whole lot else. Not much else is here. It's just the simple game and a few modifiers. Basically, you run and jump. You can flip gravity so that you stick to the ceiling. You're grabbing a ball, shooting it against the opponent's runes. They look like these little skull things, the runes. And you're trying to break all of theirs before they break yours or other modifiers. So let's take a look and see what Grapple Hook Games says about Skorecery. They say, Skorecery is a fast-paced, mystical local multiplayer game for 2 to 4 players. Gain control of the ball, shoot it at the opponent runes, and defend your own with smart maneuvering, tight controls, and powerful spells. Skorecery's blend of mechanics brings an intense and addicting head-to-head arcade experience to your PS4. So that's what the developer has to say about Skorecery, and like I said, it's a pretty simple game. It's only $10. There's not a whole lot to it, though. Something to definitely take away from this review more than anything else is that it is not online. It's local multiplayer only, and there's only about 5 minutes worth of single player in this. So it's just a training mode, nothing else. You can't play this against bots. There's no AI. When you play the practice, all it does is have a randomly appearing rune that you run around and hit just to practice basically your aim and how you shoot. So first and foremost, this is only a local multiplayer game for up to 4 players. So basically the way that you play is each side has their runes, and there's a ball in the middle which is neutral while it's still white or clear. As you jump up, you grab the ball, you have to hit a button to grab the ball, it then becomes your color and you fire it off to the other side or wherever the other player's runes are, and you're trying to destroy their runes. If the other player touches it with a block, all you have to do is just jump in front of the ball. If you block the ball, it goes back to neutral. Unless, of course, you jump up and grab it yourself, which then it turns into your color, you shoot it back and forth. That's pretty much it. It's like Super Pong. There's a bunch of modifiers in here. Some of them will make it so that you have to play with a time limit. Other ones change it so that you only have so many shots. So if you grab the rune and shoot it and miss, and the other player either blocks it or grabs it themselves or something, that counts as one of your shots. You only have so many shots. Different kind of modifiers like that. And then there's also curses. They call them curses. These are overall game modifiers, which can change things like different gravity, friendly fire, where you can damage your own runes. But basically, even though you have all these different options, it's all the same game. I do like the art style, it looks cool, but the backgrounds, they really don't change. It's just the same game. It's a simple game. It's a multiplayer game, and that's it. There are a few different characters you can choose from. They all look kind of cool. And they each have some spells. You have a few different spells. You have to pick which one you want before the game starts. Like having a wall, or extra speed, or the ability to catch the ball from farther away. This spell has a cooldown, and then you can use it again. This game reminds me of things like Towerfall a little bit. Some of the other stuff that it reminds me of, maybe like Dive Kick, where that was an easy one. You just pressed one button to jump up and kick, and it's 1v1. All kinds of simple games like that. There's a lot of games like this out at this point, and this is just another one where it's probably a lot of fun when you play with 2 players. I've been playing with my daughter, and she's yelling at me, I'm yelling at her. We're both trying to steal the ball and shoot it back and forth, and the games have come down to the wire a few times where she won a few, I won a few. That's where the fun is in this game. Having local multiplayer, a couple people on the couch. I mean, this is the kind of game where you want to smack the controller out of your friend's hand so that you can kind of cheat and then bait them, stuff like that. Back in the old days, that's how we played games. Right next to each other on the couch. Skorecery is really just multiplayer, local action, sitting on the couch, just like the old good old days. The only problem is, it's not the good old days anymore, and we've come to expect a lot more out of games, but for $10, especially if it's on sale for less than $10, you could do worse. So basically, it's an old school video game on a current system. It's great with friends for a while, but after about an hour or so of playing the same thing over and over again, it starts to get a little bit stale, and you'll probably change to a different game. I don't doubt that if you had fun playing this with your friends that you would come back to it. It's probably the kind of game where if you have a bunch of people over, you may play this one and then play this one among other games that are also local multiplayer. Heck, I could even see this one being one leg of like a little tournament night that you have with a bunch of buddies that come over, and we have a couple games of Skorecery, then we have a couple games of this, and then a couple games of that, you know, just sort of mixing it up. It's not the kind of thing where you're going to play it for hours and hours on end. And remember, it absolutely does not have any online multiplayer, just local, and it is not for single player. I turned on single player and did the practice mode, and if you play it for longer than 5 minutes, I commend you, because that's about as long as it takes. You just run back and forth and keep shooting at random runes. That grows stale after about 5 minutes for me. So Skorecery, I can't really fault it for being a real simple, sort of a one-note type of thing with modifiers. Can't really fault it for that, because that's what it's set out to be. Just a simple little multiplayer game. So I haven't really done this too much on Fun or Run, but for this game, for Skorecery, I'm going to give it a split review. If you have friends and you like playing local multiplayer games competitively against each other, then yes, this game is fun. If you're anybody who likes playing games alone, doesn't have a whole lot of friends that can come over, or family members or anybody, absolutely run. There's nothing for you to play here other than the practice mode, which again lasts about 5 minutes, and then it's time to play against some real human opponents. If you don't have that, this game will not be fun. So there you go, Skorecery, fun for multiplayer, run for single player. That's absolutely what this is all about. And thanks again for Grapple Hook Games for sending me the code to review this. Whenever I get something sent to me, I feel that I should do a review because they were nice enough to send something, but it does not, absolutely does not guarantee a good review. So, with all of that, thank you for watching, and my name is Chad the Gaming Dad. Remember, you never outgrow video games, and we'll see you on the next one. So long, everybody. Hey, thanks everybody for sticking with me and watching the entire video. I hope you liked it. The best way to help out the channel is to leave a like, leave a comment, and tell your friends. If you'd like to support the channel further, there are links in the description. But otherwise, always remember that you never outgrow video games. My name's Chad the Gaming Dad, and we'll see you on the next one. So long, everybody.